I think the first thing I want to make clear is that it was an accident. Basically, what happened is that our father, Sir George Carlton, shot himself.
Yeah, in the face.
Yeah, it was an accident. He was out shooting on our estate on Cornty Manor, and his bullet ricocheted off a health and safety sign about gun safety that the council had made him put up. It really was a terrible waste of a life and a sign.
Yeah, really, really sad.
So that's why we've come to America, to move on and to mingle with the natives.
It's going to be a little bit like Downton Abbey.
Yeah, exactly, that's true. It's going to be a bit like Downton Abbey. We're a bit like we're from Downton Abbey,
Yeah.
except we're not snobs.
No, we're very down to earth.
This is Georgie and Poppy Carlton.
Everybody's taking pictures of us.
Georgie Carlton, lovely to meet you.
They are aristocratic siblings, 83rd and 84th in line to the English throne.
The British are coming and they're looking for a man called Derek.
How do you do? Have you travelled far?
It was their father's dying wish that his children make a royal tour of the United States of America,
Very exciting, Father.
a country he loved.
Die, you American scum!
In order to expand their horizons,
Are you familiar with hard work?
Yes, I'm familiar with the concept.
interact with real Americans,
What made you want to become a cowboy, Jay?
Was it Toy Story 2 or 3?
learn about their culture,
Go!
and give something back
I hope I don't do a grand chité in these tights.
That did not go down well.
to the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Very exciting, about to go into battle. Oh, God!
1, 2, 3.
Paul save the Queen! Thank you so much for having us.
The Carltons are in Boston, Massachusetts, the birthplace of the American Revolution. Boston is known as the most historical city in the United States. So Poppy and Georgie have come to meet Professor Bob Allison, author and expert in revolutionary history, to find out more about the American patriot and activist, Paul Revere.
Revere got news that the British Army in Boston was going to march west to the town of Concord to seize the weapons and ammunition that the colonists were stockpiling there.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Revere rode on his horse then, bringing this message to the patriots. He would not have said the British are coming, because Revere was also British.
So if he was British, why was he he was being quite sneaky and telling on us?
Like a snitch.
A little bit of a snitch.
He was not a snitch. He was a very alert member of the community.
But he was telling on his friends.
That doesn't go down very well in Britain, I have to say. I once told on my friend at boarding school that he had mucky magazines in his dorm room, and no one would talk to me. I was blackballed.
Yeah, if you're a dirty snitch, you'll get punished in England.
Well, in this case, the government here was taking away what the colonists considered to be their rights as Englishmen. We thought we should be able to make our own rules.
I try to make my own rules all the time, though, and it never works. If I made my own rules, I'd just eat sort of cereal all day.
Georgie really likes sugar puffs.
Really?
Sugar puffs.
Well, sugar puffs are quite good. Yeah.
You can't eat them all day.
No, you can't.
They make your wee smell funny.
Yeah, that's certainly one of the many drawbacks to eating too many sugar puffs. The statute was put here in the 1930s as Americans love Paul Revere. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow in 1860 wrote a poem that became famous here. Listen, my children, and you shall hear of the midnight ride of Paul Revere. It was the 18th of April of 75.
Oh, is that the poem?
That's the poem, and it concludes with...
Our father did a poem.
Really? Well, thank you.
Dinner about a lady from Nantucket.
When we're at school, you're allowed, if you're writing poems, you're allowed to do them rhyming when you're young.
Yes.
But when you get older and clever, you don't rhyme because it's easy.
But how do you tell the difference between poetry and prose if it doesn't rhyme?
On the front of the book, it will always tell you what it
Okay.
is, yeah.
Now, with what happened immediately after this, because I know from experience that if my horse has that front leg up, it's about to go to the toilet.
Yes. Well, I don't know. The sculptor didn't capture that particular part of it.
How long was Paul Revere sat on the horse, Bob?
Well, he left at around 10 p.m.
Yes.
And it was probably around 2 a.m. when he got out to Concord.
I'm sure they don't talk about this, but if I'm on a horse for any length of time, I get quite a lot of chafing down
I would
there.
imagine, yes.
He would have looked like a red cauliflower by 2 a.m.
So, what have you learned?
Lots, but I've forgotten a little bit as well.
That happens, yes.
Yeah. I didn't know there was going to be a test.
I feel like I've learned more about the horse
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, it's been a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you so
Poppy.
much.
Enjoy the rest of your visit to
Thank
our country.
you.
Thank you very much,
Georgie,
Paul.
very nice to
Lovely
meet you. Very
sir.
nice to meet you.
The
Take
British
care.
are leaving.
Goodbye. Thank you.
What a lot of information is in that Bob chappie's head. He's like a school covered in skin. The book with hair.